have your weights handy for now, please. We're just gonna start with the shoulder rolls, shoulders up, back and down, rounding and opening, rounding and opening. Roll through that spine, open those arms, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 2 more like that. And then widen that stance, same thing, only this time when you come down, give yourself some support, roll through your cat, inhale through your wolf moon, and then inhale up, open it up, come down, support, round cat, inhale wolf moon, coming up Thursday, I believe, bring it open, and one more time we round, and we extend, and we bring it up, and then we're just gonna step touch. Add a little bicep curl. Just right now. Aaron, I don't think you're muted, by the way. We're gonna take 2 steps to the left in 4, 3, 2, here we go. Add a hamstring curl if you want. Good, one more time. We're right here, hands on your hips, hamstrings only. Good, step touch. Shoulder rolls, squeeze back, and turn this step touch into a front touch. Good, then we pull down, and we add a knee lift. Point that toe. And then a little up and over, little rotation in that upper body. In a moment, we will stay on that left side in double time in 4, 3, 2. Here you go. Four more. Last 2. Last one, step touch only, bicep curl. And then we'll double it up to the right in 4, 3, here you go. Hamstring curl if you want. And we'll stay here, hamstrings, hands on your hips, and then squeeze those shoulders back, and then just give me a little tricep press. Keep that tricep press going, step touch. And then bring those toes alternating in front. And then make those arms a little more of a lift and press, lift and press. And then knees come up. Up and over. In a moment, we'll double time on the right in 4, 3, 2, here you go. Two more. And step touch. Woo! Roll those shoulders. Wide stance. And then just come on in with that wide stance, slide down, roll through your cat, inhale through your wolf, ow, and roll through your cat, and inhale through your wolf, and we'll drop that left shoulder in and look over the right. Back through center, other way. Back through center, first direction. and back through center second. This time, come back with that left shoulder in and give it a couple of presses. And then the other way. Beautiful, back through center, abs in, big deep breath in, and relax shoulders out of your ears. You're gonna grab your weights and your chair. We're gonna start with that chair centered. And we get to sit on it for a moment. Legs are nice and wide. So we're gonna come up out of that chair, and every time you come down, you have options. You can come down an inch, you can come down 3 inches, you can tap your chair, totally up to you. For now, we're just holding the weights close. Plie, both basically. If your tailbone goes back a little bit, no worries. If you want to, lift those heels up as you come up, and then heels go down. Little extra work into those quads, hopefully. A little bit of calf work. Good. Palms are going to start down, and we're going to serve the platter as we go down. Arms eventually straighten. Keep going. Two more after this. And we're going to stay down. Heels can stay down. Get your arms straight. Lift them up, palms to the sky. Lower them straight, palms to the sky. Lift and lower. Arms stick straight, palms to the ceiling, and now thumbs to the ceiling. Deltoid work. If you want to work your balance a little and a little extra challenge, come up on the tippy toes and see if you can come down an inch and up an inch. So small range of movement. And then let's go to palms down, knuckles up. We should really feel this in the quads by now, I hope. And then we go back to palms up for 4. Small movement through the thighs. You never get a break, right? So you're not going to come all the way up. And then thumbs up. Beautiful. And then last time, knuckles up. And relax. Oh, quad should have felt that. Shoulders should have felt that. Go ahead. Set your weights down for a moment. Step back with your right leg, left leg forward. Tuck that right hip under so you can feel a nice stretch beginning in that right hip flexor. Right arm up. Bend a little deeper into it if you want. Then with your hand on your chair, reach back, grab that right leg and squeeze it next to the left one. So don't be way out here. Squeeze it, pull your abs in, and then you're going to kick it up and you use that chair for support as you lift that leg, trying to get the thigh parallel to the ground. So you feel that quad stretch, you can bring that knee, or excuse me, that heel a little closer. Beautiful. Other side. So step forward with your right leg, back with your left. Tuck your hips under, bend that knee, lift arm up. Feel that nice stretch. And then as you're ready, you use your chair for support. Grab your left ankle, knees together rather than off to the side, and start pitching it forward, lifting that left leg, trying to get that left leg parallel to the ground, right knee bends. You can use your hand to pull that ankle closer to your booty. Woo! And bring that up. All right. That was so much fun. No, we'll take a break before we do this next round. Shoulders, excuse me. Weights are just going to rest on your shoulders. Feet are together. We're just doing a heel raise. Even a little pause at the top and try not to slam those heels down. Good. Just a couple more. Hold at the top here, find that balance, lift through those heels. Gently bring that down, step over to your this side of your chair. So you're to the left of your chair. Both weights are in your left arm. Weight is on your right leg. Left toes are just barely touching the ground. Bicep curl as you lift onto that right leg, working that right calf and that left bicep. Hold at the top here. Hold that bicep, hold that calf, bring that down. We'll stretch that in just a second. Let's just go ahead and do the other side. So weight on your left leg, right toes point. 2 weights in your right hand, bicep curl as you lift and lower. Almost there. Good. Stay at the top. Toes up. Lift, lift, lift. Little bicep. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. And now we'll stretch those calves out. So you're going to step forward with your left leg, back with your right. Toes are pointed straight ahead. Lunge into that left leg. Push that heel down. Long straight line in your body. Bend that left knee. Then you're going to roll up on those tippy toes. Let's turn the toes in and the heel out and lunge into that right knee. And then bend the left one to take it deeper. Then you're going to roll up, pivot the toes out and the heel in, and press the hip forward as you lunge and bend that knee. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. Left leg forward, right leg back, lunge. Bend that back knee for a deeper stretch. Roll up, toe in, heel out, press. Bend the knee. Roll it up, toes out, heel in, lunge, and bend. Beautiful. All right. So we're sort of going to where we were a few minutes ago, but with one variation. Sorry, let me get the kitty cat mat out of the way. So you're going to be in that wide plie stance, but I want you to take a step forward with your left leg, right leg, and a step back with your right. So you're in a little staggered stance, and then start that plie and make sure that's going to be okay with you, right? It should feel a little awkward. Good. And then we're just going to extend when we go back. Pinkies come up, tricep extension. If you want, you can raise the toes of the right heel and stay up for a little extra quad work. Stay down this time. Bring those arms back. Stay up on those tippy toes. Can you go a little higher? Give me a tiny bend in the elbow. Press straight, 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 straight. Bring that up. Alternate. This time your left leg goes forward, your right leg goes back. Make sure you feel stable, try a couple just regular. And then when you're ready, that heel lifts. And when you're ready, palms face the back this time for your tricep extension. So bent elbows, straight arms behind you. Good. Stay down this time. Give me a little pulse with those triceps. And bring that up. We're just going to rest the weights for a second. We're gonna pedal our heels up and down, and a little bit of movement through those calves. You can take one foot forward and the other back as you do that to get a little extra stretch. You can just go up and down, if you can lunge, just like the stretch we just did a moment ago. All right. Okay, now we're gonna actually sit in the chair again. We're gonna put one weight in our left hand and put that below our left knee. The other will be in our right hand. We'll worry about that in a second. Make sure you're sitting tall as you bring that left leg up, flex to the heel, feel your quad working. Bend a little bit and flex, bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Maybe. And then we're gonna lift straight up with that right arm. So a little shoulder work again. Two more. Good, leave that leg up, leave that arm up, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, relax. Let's set those weights down and scoot so our left hip comes off of the chair. Left leg goes behind you, so you start to feel that stretch again in that quad. You can tuck those toes, arm can come up, over to the other side. And then we come on back through center, we're gonna do the other leg. All right, sitting up nice and tall, weight is in front of your right leg. Make sure you've got that extension going, flex through that heel, and then the arm raises. Last time, hold it up, hold, and relax. And we'll stretch out the other quad and hip flexor. So scoot the right hip off, drop it back. Toes can be pointed or tucked, whichever helps you feel it the best. And then right arm up and over. Girl, you're so smart, baby. Can you help mom? Thank you. Beautiful girl. All right. We're coming back into just a nice seated position, but toward the very front of your chair. Grab your weights if there's not a cat on them. Yeah, what are these, please? Sydney, thank you. All right, hinge forward, but don't fall off your chair, by the way. And then let's go ribs on hips, or excuse me, ribs on thighs, but pull your abs in so you're not rounded. And then just rear deltoid work, one of your best posture muscle exercises. Head in line with your spine. If you have to peek at me, that's fine. But once you've done that, try and tuck your chin, lengthen out the back of the neck. And then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to wing back a little bit, still leading with the knuckles, but arms are a little more behind you. And then you're going to bring your thumbs up and come back out to the side this time. Those shoulders should be really feeling this soon, if not yet. Two more. Hands relax, round through your shoulders. Last one we're going to do. Keep that right arm across your body for now. Left arm comes up by your ear, gently down. Up by your ear, gently down. Two more like that. Lift, head in line with your spine, and lift. And then right arm, or excuse me, left arm supports, right arm lifts. Now, I'm going to give you the option to lift both arms, but it's going to be a lot on your shoulders, your abs, and your back. So if you start to do it, if you want to start alternating, maybe that you see what it is. And then if you want to do it, the point is that you get those arms up by your ears. So again, choose not to, you could choose to do this with no weights at all. It's still a pretty strong exercise. Make sure your ribs are on your thighs, right? Not doing this. We're way over here. Good. And relax. Let's take that left arm up and over, bring it behind your chair so you're starting to get a little stretch. And then I want you to rotate the other way so you actually get a stretch on the front of that shoulder. Then come on back through center, square up your knees, and take an actual twist. Beautiful. Right arm goes up and over the back of your shoulder, so you start to feel some shoulder stretch. And then you're going to kind of twist away from that. And come back to center and a regular twist. All right. We're still working. We're going to head down to the ground, and we will need our chair with us today. So turn the seat of your chair toward you as you come down. Have your weights handy, please. If you have knee issues, you may want to double your mat up so that you're not uncomfortable here. And for now, let's just start with your weights where you can reach them, but take one behind your right leg. Your upper body gets to rest in the chair. Now, you can choose, if you prefer, you can bring your hands down, you can come down onto your forearms, being nice, sort of. Square everything up, make sure you're not rounded, right? So your spine is extended, but then you really have to pull your abs in. You can bring your forehead down, and then we lift that right leg up, and we press the heel to the sky. Upper body gets to be relaxed, but be careful about your spine going into extension when you lift that leg. Beautiful. Last time, knee comes down, you open directly to the side, and notice if you're starting to lean, right? Try and keep equal weight. We have that benefit of that chair. So try and keep equal weight. Try not to lean. As your right leg lifts, try not to lean into your left hip. So you can use your arms to help you. By the way, you need to have that weight secured behind your leg so that you don't drop it. And relax. Take that weight out from behind you, listen up, bring that right leg forward and out to the side. Sit back as if you're going to sit back on your left hip or left heel, but you don't need to. You can use the chair here. We're leaning back, getting a nice hamstring stretch. And we're going to come forward. We're going to put the toes down. We're going to let the knee open to the outside so you get an outer hip stretch. You can wiggle your foot further across and drop into it for a deeper stretch. And then we come back to center. I think you guys know what I'm doing, even though you might not be able to see my left leg as well. We're gonna hold on to that weight behind the left leg, bring that heel quite close to the hip, square our hips, and then we press to the sky. Again, you can just rest your head if you want in the chair. Keep going. Beautiful. And then knees come together and we flare off to the side with the heel close to the hip so you don't drop your weight. And again, we're doing our best not to shift into that right hip. And relax, and we'll stretch on that left side. So you're just going to walk that left foot forward, straighten it out, sit back as if you're sitting back on that right hip. Try and find a long spine, so not to be rounded, but lifted. Toes come down, lunge that left knee to the left if you want. You can start to bring it across and then drop open. And then come on back. Your weights are going to be with you again. You're going to scoot pretty close to your chair because your heels are going to be up in the seat of that chair. Baby, thanks for being with Mom. Thanks for helping me teach. You are such a good assistant. All right. And you may end up playing with whether it's the heels or the foot or whatever. But to start with, just for a little extra challenge, I'd love to see you have just your heels on the chair, but your legs in 90 degrees. So my hips were a little close. Weights for now are just where you can reach them. Lift up, it's going to be a very tall bridge. And then you can come down halfway. If it's okay with your back, you can tap all the way down. Press up and down. Now you have a few options. If you want, I would suggest just a single weight right at your hip flexors, just holding that weight in place against your, right at your hip flexors where your thighs go into your hips. And again, if you're feeling a low back, then just do that top range or just do that bottom range. Don't do full range. Keep the knees squeezed together, toes are pointed in the air. I hope y'all feel these. And relax. Woo, just stretch those legs out in the chair. That should feel pretty good. Arms reach overhead, point your toes, flex through the heels, tuck your low back into the mat, and then relax. And we're going to do one more set, actually 2 more sets because we're doing single leg. If that doesn't work out for you, you go back to what we just did. Otherwise, left heel is on that chair, right foot is going to help you lift up, and then once you're there, right toes up in the air. And again, full range up and down, halfway down, all the way down to halfway up, all the way up to halfway down. You choose. You should really feel that in that left hamstring. Just 2 more. And relax. Ouch. All right, I promise well, you know what? Let's go ahead. Bend that left knee really gently. Just let it drop. That was pretty intense, so take a moment, and then when you feel ready, go ahead and hug the knee a little closer. Maybe cross that left ankle on the outside of the right leg, not a figure 4. We're just going to bring that knee toward the right shoulder to get that outer hip. And then we're going to hold on to it, but we're going to straighten the leg. Woo, baby. Hamstring as well. And then back to center. And right heel is in the ground, or in the chair. Left foot helps us lift. And then once you're up, left leg points. You can go halfway down, all the way up. You can go all the way down, halfway up, or you can go full range, all the way down, all the way up. Totally up to you. Just 2 more. And relax. Woo. Let that left leg completely relax. You're going to hug that right knee into your chest, really, or start gently, just let it drop. And then pull it to your chest. Right foot goes outside of the left thigh, and then bring it up and over and across. Beautiful. All right. Now you shouldn't need your chair anymore, so you are welcome to scoot it out of the way. And have your weights next to you as we start some ab work, please. Come on down. We'll just start really simply with ab prep, just to remind us what we can do with those weights. Hands on your thighs. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms reach up. Go up overhead, just like some of those previous exercises, and down on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, down. Option to grab a single weight. Exhale, lift. Inhale, arms reach overhead, abs stay flat, exhale down. Couple more like that if you want. And if your neck is bothering you, because when we add weight, sometimes that can happen, then you can keep your head down. But what I want you to think about is ribs stay flat. And of course, you can double it up, add 2 weights if you want. And on this last one, we're going to come up, we're going to bring those arms overhead, and we're going to hold here with those weights, extra challenge, stack those knees tabletop, choose to go back to single weight if you want, extend the legs, and then tap them with that hand. We reach, and then we tap. If you want, you can hand that weight off, so it goes below the knees, and then grab it and use your arms, or you can keep it there. By the way, head can be down, right? So double leg stretch. Ribs stay flat, abs engaged, low back the same distance from the ground. And if you put that weight there, you can always grab it, the other one, and bring it overhead. Beautiful. Last one. We reach, we hold. Point the toes, be strong, lower the legs, lift the chest, and then bend, and both weights go on the fronts of your shins, but close to your knees. This is just a stretch, a little side to side. And then we're going to take the weights in each hand, palms up, feel a nice opening across your chest, stack those knees tabletop, and then let the knees drop to the left, please. Just a simple twist. And then back through center, and let them rotate to the right. And we'll just do that a couple times, nice and easy. All right, last time to the right, back through center. Move your hands out from under the weights. Put one weight between your knees and the other weight. Let's grab the other weight with our left hand. So left hand has a weight, and below our thighs have a weight. And then we're going to rotate to the right, but not all the way, and back up. Over to the right, but not all the way, and back up. Beautiful. Keep the legs as they are. Move the weight into your right hand. Knees go left and up. Obviously, you have to keep your knees together or you'll drop your weight. Keep your feet lifted so you can see your toes as you go back and forth. Couple more. And center. Feet on the ground. Let's bring that single weight overhead. Stretch your arms up and over. And then bring that weight into your right hand. Flatten those ribs. Bring that arm up and over. Palm to the sky. If you want a little more challenge, put both weights in your right hand. But the name of this game here, as we've done this exercise before, is that you keep the ribs flat, even though when those arms go overhead, they want to lift up. Then if you want to, turn your pinky to the sky. And then if you want to, add a bend and a stretch as you come up. So arm goes overhead, bend it, straighten it, come up. So now we've added a little tricep with this ab exercise. Last two. Last one, arm goes overhead, bend your elbow, straighten it, straighten it, straighten it, straight, straight, straight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, relax. Let's take that right arm overhead, turn your palm to face you. Press, feel that stretch in your tricep. You can even play with angling your palm different ways, right? And then shake it out. One weight or two weights in your left hand. Use that right hand to see what's going on in your left rib cage. We go up and over. Remember, we started with the palm facing, but you are welcome to turn so that the pinky faces the ceiling. And then we'll add that bend, straighten, and lift. Tricep, bend, straighten, and lift. Arm goes overhead, just straighten, straighten, straighten. And relax. And then we're going to take that arm overhead, hand down, feel that tricep, play with the position of your hand, and relax. Arms out into a T for a little quick breath here. Exhale through your mouth, let everything relax. And then we're going to bring those weights onto our ankles, and this time we will roll up and down. And then come to the top. And let's go ahead, bring those weights out of the way. Sit up nice and tall. Pull your glutes out from under you. Bend those elbows and hinge at your hips, please. And then you can begin to straighten out those legs, keeping that spine tall, hinging forward. And then we'll roll, and then we'll extend, and we'll roll and extend, and we're going to lift up nice and tall. We're going to do just teeny little bit of sideline work here, or side work here, starting with a side plank. So if you want to give yourself a little extra support here, elbow underneath you. So we're going to do this a little differently. So the bottom knee is going to bend, and preferably you're going to have your feet up off the ground, right? But not if it causes you to roll into that shoulder. So shoulder up, back, and down. Grab a single weight for me, please. Press up in your simple side plank. Then lift that top leg. Then you're going to point toe down and come heel up. Toe down and heel up. And then you probably know what's coming, and that is add a weight, right? And you just kind of hold it against that leg as you lift and lower, working those rotators. Is your bottom foot off the ground, right? Bottom foot is off the ground, so we're not just hanging out, right? We are in a side plank at the same time. So hopefully we feel that top hip, those rotators in that top hip, and hopefully we feel those bottom obliques because those bottom toes are off the ground. And let's bring that down. We'll do that same thing on the other side, please. So again, if you need a little extra cushioning for your elbow and your forearm, please feel free. Come on over on that other side. And again, we don't want our knee tucked up. We want it tucked basically in line with us. Then those toes are going to roll up in the air. And then we come up. And then you can add that weight or not, rotating. Toe down, heel down, toe down, heel down. Hip lifted. You guys keep going for me, please. Couple more here. Remember that bottom foot is up in the air. And then you're gently gonna come down, put your weights on each side of your mat and roll over onto your abs for me, please. Bring those hands underneath your weights. So palms are facing the ceiling. And as I always mention here, that really rolls the shoulders forward. So that's the first thing we're gonna be aware of. But first we wanna stretch the legs, lift your kneecaps. And then we lift the shoulder blades and drop them, lift them, drop them. So the fronts of our shoulders are touching the mat and lifting, touching and lifting, touch and lift, touch, lift, leave them lifted. Then stretch those hands until you can't reach any further and allow that upper body to lift a little and then rotate the palms towards you and then down. Deep breath in, prepare. Exhale, shoulders lift, arms reach, and then we rotate, palms face, exhale down. Deep breath in. Preparation, exhale, lift, rotate, inhale, and exhale down. And just keep that going for me, please. And then we're going to come up, we'll press back, resting position, arms in front or by your sides. You can tuck them under your knees if you want. And then hands out front. We'll undulate through our wolf and our cat. And then we're going to roll all the way over onto our spine. Weights are going to be over on your right side. As you lie down, left knee bends, and one weight goes behind your right knee. Pull it in and use the head of that dumbbell to pull the leg over to the right, up and in, over to the right. Back through center we go. Rib and thigh connected, and then slide that weight down. Flex through that foot, keep the weight up against the calf, and then as you point and flex, you might feel a little extra sensation with that weight pushing up against the muscle. When you feel ready, bring your left leg back to center, flex through that heel, straighten it, straighten your right leg, and then use your elbows to lift yourself up. A little bit of ab work, flex through the heel, lean back down, put that weight on the outside of that right leg. Turn your toe down, feel that outer hip stretch, bend the knee, let it twist all the way over if you want. Come back through center, you can leave the weight over there. Pivot your legs open, take the weight that was on the right side if you want to, put it on your right inner thigh just for a moment to get that extra hip opening, excuse me. Then bend that left knee. Reach in, thread your needle, left leg up, and we'll move through that left ankle. Bend that knee, cross right over left, slide your hands under your weights, and knees drop to your left. Come on back up through center, uncross. Leave the weight over to the left and take the other one behind your left leg. Use that dumbbell head to pull the knee over to the left. Right leg just rocks to the outside. Pull that knee in and come towards your chest. Bring it about halfway. Flex through the heel, point and flex. Feel how the sensation of that weight up against your calf muscle should give it a little extra stuff going on. And then right knee comes back to center, stretch that right leg out. Flex through that heel, use your elbows to lift yourself up to that left leg, point and flex and come down. Weight goes on the outside of that left leg, toe points down, and then feel free to twist over if you like and leave the weight over there. As you come back through center, open that left thigh. And again, you can take the left weight and put it on the inside of that inner thigh for a little extra if you want. Bend that right knee. And then we'll grab that right hamstring and we'll point and flex through that right ankle with movement, circles, whatever you'd like. And then we go left over right, crisscross, arms slide underneath those weights. And then we let the legs drop to the right in a twist. When you're ready, come on back through center. We're going to make our way over onto our hands and knees. And we're going to stagger. So take your left hand forward and a little to the left. Bring your right knee behind your right wrist. And we're going to roll through that wolf moon and roll back through the cat. So you're going forward to your left and coming back to your right hip. And then we'll square everything up. Right hand goes forward into the right, left knee comes behind your left wrist. And we undulate through that wolf, and cat. And then everything back through center, squared up, tuck your toes, press up. We did some calf work today, so please feel free to take a moment and get a good stretch through your calves. And then wide stance, walk it back, nod yes and shake no. Bend your knees, hands on your thighs. Let's roll through that cat. Inhale through that wolf. And bring it up for your curtsies. Thank y'all.